All right, so today we are going to be learning a technique that is called the rabbit strategy. So if you are familiar with the box strategy of multiplication, then this strategy is going to be really useful for you when you're multiplying decimals. So I want to start out by looking at a really strange pattern. So take a look at this. If we look at 8 times 4, we get 32. If we do 8 times 4 tenths, or 0.4, we get 3.2. So take a look at what's happening here. The decimal moved one space over to the left. It hopped. Now, take a look down here. We have not 8 times 0.4, but we have 0.8 times 0.4. Can you predict what the product of these two factors would be? If you said that it was going to be 0.32, then you are correct. The decimal has hopped over one more space to the left. So the reason that this is because each time we decrease our number, we are actually decreasing it by 10 times. In other words, 4 is 10 times larger than 0.4. 0.4 is 10 times smaller than 4. zero point 0.8 is 10 times smaller than 8. All of these numbers are 10 times smaller. So every time we decrease a number by dividing by 10, we're actually hopping the decimal over to the left. All right. So you probably could predict what the pattern would be if we were to do 0.08. That would be 10 times less times 0.4. The solution would be 0.032. We hopped over one more space to the left. All right, so let's jump in and we're going to actually examine this rabbit strategy and see how it works. All right, so here's our cute little rabbit and here's our rabbit strategy. I've written up a problem here and I'm going to show you how to set this up just like we would set up our box strategy for multiplication. Okay, so we have 2 digits here. So we know that our top is going to have 2 columns. And here we only have 1 digit. Our 6 is our 1 digit. So I'm just going to make it a 2 by 1. Actually, I'm going to add a little more space over here. All right. So we're going to use the top portion for our top factor. We have a 3 for our 3 ones. And we have a decimal here. So I'm going to actually, instead of calling this a 0.2, I'm going to call this a 2 and a hop. The reason I'm calling it a hop is because, remember before when we were looking at our example problem, every time we multiplied times a decimal, we added a hop to the left. So we're going to call this a 2 with a hop. All right, and here we have a 6, but this is not just any 6. This is a 6 with a hop. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do our multiplication just like we would do any box strategy multiplication. 6 times 3 is 18. Now, notice here, when we multiplied 6 with a hop. That means just like before when we were multiplying our decimals, we're going to hop over one space to the left, and we're going to put a decimal right in between. And if you want to just draw that little line to show your hop, that would be fine. But we've basically created 1.8, okay? Now here we have 6 times 2, which is 12. But notice here we did a 2 with a hop and a 6 with a hop. That means we have to do 1 hop to go to the middle from our 2, and we have to do another hop to go over here. So we've done 2 hops in total, and we'll go ahead and erase those lines. So instead of being 12, we have 0.12 or 12 hundredths. All right, so just like with box strategy method, we take our products, we're going to add them up. So we have 1.8 or 1 and 8 tenths plus our 0.12 or 0.12 or 12 hundredths. All right, we have nothing in our hundreds column except for 2. We add those together. 8 plus 1/10 is 9/10. And we bring down our 1. Our solution is 1 and 92/100. Let me give you a little bit more difficult one and see if you can set it up and figure out what's going on. So a more difficult one is going to be 28 3/10 times 0.43. Okay, pause the video here to see if you can set up your box strategy and do your hops. This one's a little more tricky, so try your best. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've drawn my box, and I'm going to go ahead and put my top factor here. And if you've done this already, you can just check to make sure you've done everything correctly. We'll put our 20 in this column, our 8 holes in this column, and now we have not 3, but we have 3 with a hop. So we'll call this 3 hop. Now here we don't have any holes. We just have a 4 with a hop, or 4/10. So we'll call this 4 hop. And we have a 3. Now this one has 2 hops. So we're actually going to call this 3 hop hop. 3 hop hop. All right. 4 times 20 is 80, but we have a hop. So we're going to hop over to make this not 80, but 8. And I can just erase this so that's not confusing. And 4 times 8 is 32, but we have a hop. So we'll hop this over. And 4 times 3 is 12, but we have a hop here and a hop here. So we do 1 hop and 2 hops over to make 0.112. Now we have 3 times 20, which is 60, but we have a hop and a hop. So we have to do 2 hops. 1, 2. Our hop hop came from here. And we have 3 hop hop times 8, which is 24, but we do hop hop to make it 0.24. And we have 3 times 3, which is 9. Oh my goodness, we have a hop, and a hop. We have to do 3 hops. Watch what I do here, because this is a little weird. We have hop. Oh my gosh, what do we do now? Hop and hop. Uh-oh. Did you notice I kind of ran out of space a little bit? Well, here, just like a bunny has cottontail, a little fluffy puff on the end, you can add a cottontail here. And I'll add just a little cottontail here for my bunny strategy. So there you go. Now I've just added 2 little cottontails for my bunny rabbit when he hopped over here. All right. So now this number is not 9, it becomes 9 thousandths. So just like before, we're just going to add up all of our products. We have 8 holes. And since I have thousandths, I'll go ahead and add the zeros just to show that I have 0 thousandths for my 8 holes. Then we have 3 and 2/10, and I'll add my zeros in just as placeholders. And I have here I have my 0.12, and I'll add a 0 here just for a placeholder. My 6, my 2/4, and my 9 thousandths. And we just add all those up. All right, we get 9 for our thousandths column. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 for our hundredths column. 2 plus 1 is 3. 9, 10, 11. So we're going to have to regroup. We'll bring our 1 hole over here. 1 plus 8 is 9. 10, 11, 12. So our solution should be 12 and 169 thousandths. Well, that was the bunny method. I know that took a long time, but this is a strategy that you can use, especially if you really, really like the box method.